Something weird is going on out there. Animals have been showing signs and behaviours that no science textbook feels comfortable explaining. Some think it's instinct, others think it's a warning. Here are the top 10 unexplained animal phenomena that no one's been able to crack. Let's open up the files. Bees are disappearing, not flying away, not dying on the ground, just outright vanishing like they stepped sideways into another dimension. It's called colony collapse disorder. Beekeepers first noticed it happening in the early 2000s. One day, a hive is thriving. The next, the worker bees are just gone. No bodies, no signs of disease, no robber bees clearing out their stuff. Just an empty hive. Some suggest pesticides or viruses, others blame shifting electromagnetic fields. But what's really strange is how rapidly and silently this happens. So far, scientists are guessing, mostly pointing fingers in the dark. But what if the bees were responding to something we can't detect? Something pulling them away? If you've ever driven past a field of grazing cows and noticed them all facing the same way, no, it's not planned. It's also not random. Satellite images from Germany, the Czech Republic, and even Illinois show this exact occurrence. Herds of cattle, inexplicably aligned. And guess what? They tend to face magnetic north. Yep, like four-legged mooing compasses. Scientists from the University of Duisburg-Essen stumbled on this while reviewing images on Google Earth. The pattern's global too, not regional. No one knows exactly how they're sensing Earth's magnetic field. But one theory? Cows have internal magnetoreceptors. Another theory? Something bigger is guiding them. Here's the eerie thing about earthquakes. Sometimes animals know before we do. Dogs bark madly hours ahead. Birds take off in a panic. Even snakes slither out of burrows midwinter. One of the most devastating examples was the 2004 Indian Ocean tsunami. Animals fled lowlands before the wave hit. Elephants charged uphill. Flamingos vanished from coastal zones. The death toll for humans? Over 200,000. For wild animals in the region? Practically none. So how? Some theories suggest animals pick up on low-frequency vibrations. Others whisper about a sixth sense triggered by shifts in magnetic energy. You tell me which feels more real. Way out in the Pacific, something's singing, and it's not matching any whale we know. Nicknamed the 52 Hz whale, this aquatic loner broadcasts at a frequency not shared by any other whales. First picked up by the US Navy in the late 80s, it's been tracked across vast ocean distances, always calling, never answered. Some speculate it's a hybrid species. Others think it's just evolutionally alone, calling out with no one tuned in. The creepiest theory? It's not even a whale, but something that mimics one. Whatever it is, it keeps moving, it keeps calling, and it doesn't seem to need sleep. Dolphins are smart, like unsettlingly smart. But in 2004, their instincts may have crossed into supernatural territory. Off the coast of Sri Lanka, pods of dolphins were spotted swimming at insane speeds, away from land, not their normal pattern. Hours later, that coastline was wiped by the tsunami. Somehow they knew, and they weren't alone. Reports say whales also breached far offshore, days ahead, as if avoiding something far deeper than ocean pressure. Could they have heard a shift in the sea floor? Or was it something else entirely? A sound beneath sound. You move across a country, you leave your outdoor cat behind. 6 months later, it shows up at your new house. Not an urban legend, a documented reality. There are dozens of bizarrely verified cases of cat homing, where cats travel hundreds, even thousands, of miles to find their owners. GPS doesn't explain it. Scent trails degrade fast, and there's no pack to follow. Scientists have no idea how they do it. Is it magnetic navigation? Psychic imprinting? One researcher in Germany tried displacing cats randomly, and nearly always they headed home. How they even define home might go beyond us entirely. In 2008, a herd of common toads in Italy fled their breeding pond and scattered to high ground 5 days before a major earthquake struck L'Aquila. Researchers tracking them noticed the males, who normally never leave this pool during mating season, abandoned it completely. The quake hit. Hundreds died. But not a single toad. Biologists from Open University in the UK officially claim they may have sensed shifts in groundwater ionisation. But ion sense isn't a known biological trait. Could they be reading Earth like an EKG? Or is something warning them? Okay, this one's straight out of a sci-fi script, but it's real. In 2013, Harvard University carried out an experiment linking two mice telepathically. Sort of. Using brain implants and electrical stimulation, scientists trained mouse A to perform a task and triggered those same patterns in mouse B, who performed the task without any training. It's not pure telepathy, but it spooked more than a few people. Because if you can share neural commands between mammals, what else is being shared without wires? Some suspect animals have been doing this in the wild, with no tech involved, for ages. Murmurations look like magic, those shifting shapes of birds moving as one organism, turning, dropping, weaving. It's choreography with no rulebook. But occasionally it gets odd. Pilots near Spain and over the Atlantic have reported entire swarms glitching, freezing in midair, spiralling in unnatural formations, and disappearing like static on a TV. Some propose unseen predators, others propose electromagnetic interference, but no one knows how Starlink communication functions this fast or who makes the first decision. The most unnerving part? Groups separated by miles have mimicked each other instantly. No signal delay. Just reaction. Elephants mourn. Not metaphorically, like people assigning behaviours to pets. No, elephants literally grieve. In Kenya, South Africa and India, documented herds have returned to bones of dead relatives, tracing the contours with their trunks, staying beside carcasses for days. Some have even covered remains with leaves and dirt. What's baffling is they do this long after death, sometimes years. Mourning rituals have been spotted with no known relation to the elephant who died. It's as if they remember, and beyond that, feel compelled to witness. Like they instinctively understand something about mortality that we haven't come to terms with yet. Whatever's going on, one thing is painfully clear. Nature has secrets. Thanks for hanging out tonight and getting a little weird with me. Be sure to like, subscribe and hit that bell if you're into discovering things you probably weren't supposed to hear. New episodes drop every weeknight. Same time, same strange place. Until then, that was your dose of the unknown. See you in the next file. Subscribe for more of the unknown